and I know you've been to America as well, but I ended up in Chicago, of all places. It seems like, and I don't mean this as a Chicago thing only, I just mean America as a whole, because for a country that, you know, we've seen lots of America on TV shows, we've seen, I mean, we're both Simpsons fans and fans of those kind of shows, so we know about American culture, but it's so weird seeing it through a TV and actually being there. Just one of the examples I can think of off the top of my head, and this is going to sound like a weird one, is and I get why they do this, but the service over there, it really unnerves me, because no matter where you are, usually, let me paint the scene for any American listeners, for us here in the UK, if you go into a shop, you might get maybe one or two people coming up to you saying, are you looking for anything in particular? Can I help you? And as soon as you say, no, I'm fine, you wave your hand. Well, don't wave your hand, that's rude. But you go, no, I'm fine. That's it. They'll leave you alone. But for American staff, whether it be in retail or whether it be in restaurants especially, I think there was 3 separate times I had a mouthful of food and they were like, oh, is everything good? And you know, it's the same way when you're at the dentist and they've got their fingers down your mouth and like, oh, how does that feel? When you're like, well, I can't answer you. Yeah, did you find that when you went over?
Oh, 100%. It is crazy. Obviously, it's a very big tipping culture. That's kind of why. One of my favourite ones is we went to Las Vegas, and as you can imagine, very similar. They're all over you. They want to be this like super top service that you leave tips and all that. One of the bars had like a gimmick. All the bars in Vegas had a gimmick, but one of them had a gimmick where the staff were like rude. That was the joke, right? The staff were rude. It's a bit like, I think there's one just now is kind of going viral, like Karen's Cafe or something. Kind of the same idea, but it's bar staff. But the whole joke is they're rude to you. The problem was they weren't. They were just polite to you, but with swear. So it was just the exact same great service that everywhere gives you, but they were swearing. And it's like, I didn't want this. I wanted someone to give me a drink and ignore me. That's what I wanted. I want someone that wouldn't smile at me when I asked for a drink. That's all I wanted. I didn't want top level service. I wanted the British service.
You know, it's so true.
There was a cafe down the street from me. I used to live in a wee town not far from where you used to live. It was this like one-man cafe, and the guy would open the shop at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. And if, you know, you'd been having a couple of drinks or whatever the night before, you would go get your fry up from... And what was amazing is he was always hungover, like way more than anyone else was. So he'd be standing like over this grill, like trying not to throw up. You'd order like, oh, can I get a roll and square? And he'd be like, geez a minute. And he'd open the window and just look out it for like 2 minutes, start cooking, and just be like leaning, heavily breathing, and like give you like 220. You'd give him it, you go, cool. And then I go back to the window, and that's what I wanted from this place.
The mental image alone is incredible.
The sweat's pouring off the guy, man. That's what I want from American service.
You hear that, America? Write that down.
This is what you're doing wrong. Stop being so nice.